Hi, I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, June 10th. Well, although it didn't feel like it, this week was a decent week for the grain markets. The corn, soybeans, and wheat were all higher, and canola, for the most part, traded sideways to finish just marginally lower. The equity markets, however, are still struggling as the world deals with rising interest rates and rising inflation, leading investors to worry about the possible recession, and this pessimism is keeping a lid on our grain markets. The July canola contract this week was down. It was down $4.70 a ton, and it closed out at $11.0410. Now, the canola struggled to gain traction this week, with seeding progress occurring across the prairies and some much-needed rain that fell in the dry areas of the southwestern parts of Saskatchewan, all weighing on the markets. Now, the lower Canadian dollar and higher soybean complex limited that downside. The July soybeans were up this week 48 cents a bushel, and they climbed to $17.46. The July corn contract gained 46 cents on the week, and it closed out at $7.73. And our July Chicago wheat contract, well, it was up 31 cents over the week and closed at $10.71. The July Kansas City wheat contract was up 42 cents for the week and closed at $11.63. And our July Minneapolis spring wheat contract gained 30 cents over the week, and it closed at $12.22. The wheat markets were up this week with the forecast for triple-digit temperatures in the southern U.S. plains, and the potential for this heat to move up into the U.S. Midwest. Our Canadian dollar, well, it stumbled a little bit this week. It's down 1.12, so 112 basis points, and it closed at 78.33. The crude oil contract, well, it's still creeping higher. It was up $1.87 a barrel and closed at 120.74. For next week, well, today we had a USDA supply and demand report, and it fell mostly within the trade expectations. The 21-22 U.S. soybean ending stocks were lowered to 205 million bushels, which was just slightly below the average trade estimate. So we're going to look for this market to be supportive to soybeans and possibly to canola moving forward. The weather forecast that's in the that's bringing heat into that U.S. southern plains and potentially into the U.S. Midwest as well could become a factor if it does materialize and if it decides to stick around into July, something that we'll be watching. So for next week, we'll look for canola to begin to possibly firm up. The July contract is into its last few weeks, so we'll be looking for a move back up towards that $1,200. For wheat, well, with the world wheat ending stocks projected to be now at a 6-year low, we're going to look for that July spring wheat contract to continue to creep higher towards the $12.50 to $13 area. I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, June the 10th.